Man, do I love ace tricks, and if you follow me for any amount of time, then you know one of my favorite plots or any kind of ace trick. And so today in this video, I thought I would teach you an ace trick. So this one is called Always Cut the Cards by Larry Jennings. In fact, it's his very first trick from his book, The Classic Magic of Larry Jennings. Let's get into it. Alright, so for this trick, let's imagine that we have a helper here that's going to help us for this trick. So I have here the 4 aces, and in a minute we're both going to do something with the aces here. So you know what, I'll take a couple of aces and you can take a couple of aces as well. And here's what's going to happen. We're each going to cut our aces in the middle of the deck. So why don't you go first? So they take an ace, their ace of clubs there, and they cut it anywhere in the middle of the deck. Alright, so I go next. I take my ace of spades here, and I cut that anywhere in the middle of the deck, maybe around right here. They can go next. They take their ace of diamonds, cut it anywhere. Finally, I take my ace of hearts and cut that anywhere in the middle of the deck, just like this. Maybe a quick shuffle would work too. Alright, so, just like this. And even though we both cut our cards in the middle of the deck, anywhere, and the deck was shuffled, with one riffle like this, I can get all 4 aces to the top of the deck. Alright, so this trick, the way it was written in the book, says to use a move by Ed Marlowe called the Unit Up Jog Addition, which is a fantastic move, especially for this trick. But all it does is switch out 2 of the aces for indifferent cards, and that's all you need to do. So any switch out method you like to switch 2 of the aces out will work. And even though I use that Unit Up Jog Addition move a lot, it's not one that is easily grasped and easily. It's not an easy move. And so, just in the interest of saving time for this video, I thought I would just show you a really easy one that gets the job done. And it's like this. All you do here is put the aces under 2 cards in the deck like this, and hold a break under all 6 cards. And now all you do is spread over 1, 2, 3 cards, and on the 4th one, just simply take all the cards that are below the break and turn them over like this. And in motion, that sort of thumb push over like this hides the fact that it's more than 1 card, right? So when you're in motion like this, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it looks like just 4 cards. But I've actually turned over the aces and those indifferent cards there. Alright, so once again, this is slow motion. You're 1, 2, 3, and you really do sort of push it over with your thumb, but they'll never see that sort of, that it's more than 1 card because, like I said, you're in motion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you turn all over at once just like this. And the fingers do help by going under and turning those cards over. Alright, now I just do the same thing. Just repeat what you just did by showing the aces. Alright, so you're 1, 2, 3, and then do that same thing. The fingers sort of go under as you push this over with your thumb like this. So you're in motion. And that is called the Zero addition or the Herb Zero addition. You can really do any addition that you want to. You can even do the old Browie addition. That's by just showing the aces normally like this, turning 4 aces face up, getting a break under 2 cards in this case, screwing everything up, taking all the cards up in Biddle Grip like this, so you have the 4 face-up aces with 2 secret face-down cards under them as a packet. So now you can just say, look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 aces, and just like that, you've switched out 2 of the aces for 2 indifferent cards. You could also do the old Vernon addition, which I've taught on this channel. Just have the aces in the deck and spread through it, jog all of them like this. As you close up, get a break above those 2 top cards of the deck. As you close up, just grab those cards out like this. As you remove those cards, and you've secretly added on 2 cards above those aces. So now at this point, just put those there like this, turn the deck over, and then take those 4 cards off and just switching those for 2 indifferent cards. My point is, there's a lot of ways to add 2 cards to the aces and switch them out. Now, the most important thing for this trick in particular is when you do the switch out, you want to remember the aces that you are supposedly going to get, alright? So in this case, you will give yourself the indifferent cards and give them 2 of the aces. And so in this case, they have the clubs and the diamonds. So the cards that I say I have will be the hearts and the spade, alright? So, sort of like a miscall for later. The other thing that's important for this trick is to have a crimped card on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so that just goes on the bottom of the deck, and you're ready to go. Now you say you're going to cut your cards one at a time into the deck, and so they can go first. And you say, what card do you have? They say they have the Ace of Clubs. It doesn't really matter, but it's good to, if you're going to miscall yours, they can really call theirs, right? So now they can put their card on top of the deck and cut it anywhere. This just puts your breather crimp on top of their ace. So now what you do, you pick up one of your cards, miscall it as one of yours, say I got the ace of spades here, but really it's just the two of spades. Alright, so now you put yours on top of the deck and cut at the crimp, alright? So just cut out the crimp there, and now the situation is you have two aces now on top of the deck. I'm sorry, you have three aces already on top of the deck. Alright, so now at this point, they take their other card, and they can look at it if they want to. They put it on top of the deck, and it's really just going on top of those three aces that are already there. So the work is, I mean, you're way ahead at this point, right? So they cut anywhere like this, boom, that crimped card again goes on top of those aces. So now you pick up your last one and say, ooh, my ace of hearts goes on top. Really, it's the nine of hearts, right? But it's the miscall that's so, I guess, convincing, right? So you put yours on top of the deck, again, cutting at the crimp, right? Cut at the crimp, so you're going to cut yours into the middle. And look how fair that is. It looks like you just put cards in the middle of the deck. They do all the cutting, and even if you want, you can give it a riffle shuffle, and maintaining those cards on top, and say, even though we just cut all of our cards in the middle of the deck, we can drop cards everywhere and reveal the aces. Even though we both just cut aces into the middle of the deck and give it a shuffle, with a little bit of a riffle and some magic, I can get all four aces back on top of the deck. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And if you learned something new, if you got value from the video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.